I am going to add a sign to an inventory for Bradford Township, AcquiSIGN County, and state of Minnesota using the AcquiSIGN iPad application. I've already logged in. I'm going to select from the list of states Minnesota. Going to select AcquiSIGN County and Township of Bradford. I am presented with a sign filter panel. I'm going to select also other, check that as well as regulatory warning guide to display. In the lower right hand corner of the search panel you see show signs. I just selected that, and you notice all the signs that have currently been added are shown with green pins. I'm going to scroll in, zoom in, and what you'll notice is there is a blue dot that is radiating. That is my current location. I am going to record a speed limit sign, and so if I want to add a new sign, if you look at the list of all the current signs, which I can scroll through, there is a plus sign in the upper right hand corner of that panel. I'm going to press the plus, and it presents me with the screen that allows me to add that sign. Now, the circle that you see in orange is what we call a bullseye. We use this to locate the sign. I can stay with this current map, which is called the standard map, or I can do hybrid, which is satellite and standard, or I can do just satellite. I'm going to choose satellite. And I'm going to scroll in slightly. And at this point, I am going to locate the sign. And the way you do that is by moving the bullseye, as we call it. One way to do that, if I touch the screen for 1 second and release it, which I just did, you notice that it moved very quickly. I'm going to do it one more time. Okay, so you can move it very quickly that way, but if you want a little more precise location, you can drag it by placing your finger anywhere inside that circle, and that's what I'm doing right now, and I'm dragging it. Now what I'm going to do is locate that sign, and I'm going to place it right here. And I am sitting in my truck right now, so I do not have to get out of my truck to locate it. I can just drag it to where it is located. In order to select the type of sign, you'll notice that the info box says select sign type, and there's a blue circle. Press that blue circle, and a list comes up which gives me all the various types of signs that are possible in Minnesota. It turns out in this particular case it's a speed limit sign, which happens to be in the upper part of this list. So I can just press R2-1, and you notice it shows up in that info box. I now am done adding the location and the sign. So in the upper right hand corner is a blue button called Done. I press that, and you'll notice it says uploading sign. It just uploaded this information to a database on a server. It is not kept on the iPad itself. At this point, I want to add more things to this sign description, and I just scrolled all the way down just to show you that sign number 259 R2-1 is a speed limit sign. That's the one I just added. If I select that from the list, it zooms into that. That's the green pin that you see. If I press the blue circle, it will allow me to enter other information, which I'm going to do. Notice also that the icon shows up that says speed limit, which lets me know that I've got the correct sign. I also at this point could take a photo of it, which I have done with many of the signs, and you can do that right from your vehicle through the window. It does just fine. But in this particular case, I can't do that because I'm recording, and it will stop the recording, so I will not take the photo. So I'm going to start entering some information. First of all, under Material, you have several selections, but I'm going to just say this appears to be engineering grade. The post type is a channel. The post status we'll say is passing. The road name is Raven Street Northwest, so I'm going to type in Raven Street Northwest. The road start was County Road 5. Now I've entered that on several other occasions, so I'm going to abbreviate it at this point and just put in CNTY space 5. When I get back into the office, I can use the web application to cut and paste and to update the spellings on all of the road signs. Now I'm going to go to sign height, and it appears to be about 4 feet to the top of the sign from the ground. I'm going to do the orientation, which refers to the direction that it's facing, which in this case is north. The inspection status I'm going to leave defaulted to C, which refers to retroreflectivity. What you will notice on that is you have A, B, and C, and this can be done at a later date, either with a retroreflectometer or visual inspection, and adjusted accordingly. The station means how far is it from the road start, and it is approximately 1,500 feet. The road offset refers to how far it is off the edge of the road, and that's about 3 feet. And the roadside is on the left. At this point, I could record other things. If, for example, if there's an obstruction, if the post is slightly bent or skewed, if there's bullet holes or paintballs, anything of that kind I could do. In this case, there isn't anything to record, so I'm going to press done. And now it is saving the remaining data for this sign. Once we get down to the list here, at the bottom, you can see it's there, and I will press this one more time, and I will go back and select that sign and the data, and you'll notice that is the data that I just entered. So I've now added a new sign to the Bradford